Hey, Brady Matthews by First. We're back with a very special guest, someone I've been trying to get for a hot minute. But he's famous, dude. He's been in the game for a hot minute, and I said hot minute twice already.
You did.
It is Skyler Stone. Skyler Stone,
What's
thank
up,
you
dude?
for doing my very first podcast that I came up with, that I started, that no one else was doing.
That's funny because I know what you're talking about. I don't know if we're going to go over that right now.
That's all right. We don't have to. I went into it my other podcast.
Can I just say this? Someone we think is kind of maybe doing the same concept.
Yes.
That Brady's doing for a podcast.
But the problem is she's fucking a famous rock star. And then,
oh my God! Now you're fucking tipping the.
I don't give a fuck. Who gives a shit? So you just came back from an audition.
I did.
How was it?
Callback, actually.
Oh, my bad.
Let's call it like it is.
Sure.
All right. This guy goes to callbacks.
100%.
Don't you love when you go straight to callback?
I do. Or when they call you and they say you're going to callbacks, and you're like, I didn't even know I didn't even know I auditioned for this in the first place.
And sometimes you actually did audition before.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, there's audition and then there's callback.
Right.
And so, you go to the audition and your hope is that you go to the callback and your hope at the callback is that you book the role.
Right.
But sometimes you get that call from the agent and they're like, hey, man, you're going straight to callback. And you know what that usually means? That usually means that, like, the casting director has kind of failed. You know what I mean? Like she's brought in some people.
Yeah, she's got
like 12 people going into producers. They're not nuts about any of them.
Yeah.
And they're just throwing spaghetti at the wall and you're the fucking noodle.
What was it for?
This was for a rum drink.
Nice.
Yeah. So
what did you have to do for it? Because I always like to ask people, like, because we'll get into, there's so much stuff that I want to get to with you, but
yeah.
When you went to this audition, what did you have to do for the rum drink?
I don't know. When is this going to come out?
Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday?
Yeah. You'll be all right. You'll book it by then.
I don't think I can talk about the content. You know what I mean? You know these days they freak out at callbacks, dude.
I don't think rum drink's gonna be listening to this podcast.
I gotta be careful.
All right.
I will say this. It was a character where I had to be quite physical and prance around. So it's like there's a physicality to it, which is great because like Farley and like Jim Carrey, like that's the stuff we grew up on. Like I don't know, like you do so much stand up. And so few comics these days are physical.
Yeah. It's
really not a physical generation. Other than Sebastian.
I love I'm pretty physical up there. You're pretty physical
I'm definitely physical up there. But really think about the biggies right now. Like Segura's not physical. No. Joe Rogan's not really physical. Like I'm talking like D'Elia gets physical. D'Elia loves to like get in certain positions.
Yeah.
D'Elia and Sebastian really are into that. And so I just I don't know, I love that stuff. Chevy Chase, dude. Pratfalls.
Dude, you know what? I'll tell you what. I was just telling Paul this a little bit ago. I was like, well, we saw Chevy Chase at the Comedy Store, and he went up on stage, and he was good, but he didn't have any jokes. And like the guys that you grew up on that you loved, like when you watch them, like in Lampoon's Vacation.
Yeah.
Which I haven't seen that movie been done at all since then. Like in terms of it was such an easy concept of the movie, but I'm saying like he was so physical. And then nowadays you see guys that are trying to get back into the game in terms of like Chevy Chase. He goes on stage at the Comedy Store. He did like 3 minutes, and then basically everyone was like, all right, get the fuck off stage.
Well, because it goes back. Seinfeld did that documentary, Comedian, right? And he said, because, he was already famous.
That's what made me want to do comedy.
That documentary?
Yeah.
It's so good. And like anybody that wants to be a comic out there should watch it because Seinfeld really is revolutionary in that, like, here's a guy that started as a club comic. You know what I mean? And there used to be a traditional system where you did your 5 minutes on Carson and then you were a made man, right? If Carson called you over to the couch, right?
Yeah.
And then once you're that made man, now you're a headlining comedian and you're doing clubs and you're headlining on the road. And then, dude, he hit the jackpot. He got that holding deal, and then he got that sitcom. And that was at a time when in the 90s when a president could go, all right, season 1 did not do so well, but we're going to keep the show around because I like it. We're going to see what happens. That doesn't happen anymore.
No, absolutely not.
If your show's not doing well, you're canceled week 2.
Yeah, which sucks because the process of getting a show in itself is fucking difficult.
Really hard.
I mean, you know the process. You've been in the game.
Gosh.
You've been in the game for what now? Almost 20 years, right?
Yeah, I've been here. Actually, as of this Friday, I will be here 19 years.
That's crazy. So hold on. Let's start. So you came here when?
September 13th, 2000.
Wow, you remember that?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
How don't you remember the day you moved to LA?
I remember I moved in 2004. I remember that.
You don't, give me the month. You got to know the month. You have to know.
I don't remember them. Maybe it was like October.
You don't remember the month?
No.
Did you have a going away party?
Nah, I just left my parents' place and said, "See you later."
Oh my gosh.
I just remember my agent going, "Do you have your SAG card?" I was like, "No." He goes, good luck. Because I was making him a lot of money in San Francisco doing a lot of print work. I was doing a lot of like modeling stuff.
Well, you came from San Fran?
Well, I came from Chicago, and then I went and moved with my parents, and then there was no auditions in San Jose.
Are you so excited about Geno's East opening in Sherman Oaks?
I don't really care. I don't really like deep dish.
I've been texting you about it. I thought this whole time you.
No, I do like Geno's East, but deep dish makes me. Dude, I'm an old guy, and I'm like, if I eat pizza, I feel like shit.
Yeah, I know.
Even like us in terms of like we used to booze and fucking be crazy.
Yeah.
I can't fucking physically feel like that anymore.
But you don't drink anymore?
I do here and there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but not like fucking back in the day.
When people say here and there, I'm always curious what that really means. You're like, I've been drunk 3 times today.
No, like I'll watch football and have a couple beers. Sure,
okay.
But I'm not going to the fucking bars getting crazy anymore.
Oh, man.
I mean, that shit is just bananas. But what I'm saying is you've been here for so long in terms of like, you had a show called Con on Comedy Central.
Yep.
And now talk to me about the process of that in terms of where did it start? How did you come up with the idea? How did you come up with the concept? And how did you get it made? Because the guy that I had in here before you talked about his movie and how hard it was to get, through casting in terms of getting it on Amazon Prime and all this bullshit.
The game it's so funny it's a weird thing to talk about how you did it, because I do want to put a disclaimer out there that this is not probably the way right now.
Nowadays it's pretty fucking hard, right?
It's just different. It used to be if you just had a good piece of tape, you're going to get a show, because, I had an agent, this guy, Kevin, back in the day. And Kevin, I'm not going to say his last name.
We've all had a Kevin, I think.
I don't like him, so
yeah.
I'm not
I don't want
to give him credit.
I don't like any of mine.
But I thought this was cool of him to say once. He said that he used me as an example to all of his clients all the time. So he'd have clients who would call in and go, "Where's my auditions? How come you're not getting me out? Like, what's going on? I'm not working. I got bills to pay." And he'd say, "You know what?" He goes, "You need to be more like my 2 other clients." And he said, "Me and Charlie Day." Because we would never just call and say, "Where's my audition?"
Right.
I was constantly
pushing content.
Oh, this was so this is, what year was I signed by then? 04. So this is still pre-YouTube. This is, Google's just kind of coming around.
And it was like MySpace and shit.
Well, we're at, MySpace. But we're at a point where, like, we're not, like, we don't just look everything up on Google, the second we want to know the answer. Like, we just might ask someone, "Hey, do you know how much rainfall is there in Idaho anyway?" And like, and you just guessed.
And you believed it.
Yeah, and you believed it. So this is before you could fact check anything, which, by the way, was really great for con, because it was easier to con people because people couldn't Google in the moment and go, "This guy's full of shit."
Right.
So, I mean, I don't even know how you do that show now. There's so many things that I said on the phone to people. They'd be Googling while talking to me going, "You're a fucking asshole." Like,
Right.
So, he used to basically just tell people, "You need to be like Charlie and Skyler," because they don't sit around. They go and they just make stuff. And since this was so long ago, this is before links. Yeah. I mean, you could make a link, but it just wasn't so popular.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it was available, but like it was like, "Oh, I gotta make a link." Like, you almost would rather just burn the DVD and drive to your agent's office.
Yeah, and to make a link, you're like, "Who do I talk to do that?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do I
anybody now? You got to call a bunch of people. Like, "You know how to make a fucking link?"
Yeah. And like, honestly, I sound like a grandpa, like, walking through snow to school.
We're
but
both grandpas.
But what's funny is I liked it back then because I liked a reason to stop by the office, walk into my agent's office, make them laugh in person, shoot a couple double guns to them. You know what I mean? High fives.
Yeah.
Get a gumball out of the machine.
Guns,
Get a fucking Red Bull and leave. And now I'm on their brain.
Yeah.
Now it's like you send someone an email with a link, and then you just sit there for days going, "Did they see it? Did they
Yeah.
watch it? What the fuck?" Like, And so, but anyway, long story short, he used to just say, "You need to make shit." And so I was the king of that. Like, me, Charlie Day, and then I'd also say, like, Dane. Like, we were the guys back in the day. And by the way, both of them done far better than me. But the point is, we were the guys.
Say that, but it's fine.
Dane and Charlie Day?
All right. Okay.
Yeah, the household names, dude.
You got it.
But I'm not complaining. I'm very happy. But, like, I'm just saying. So back in the day, we'd make all of our pilots. So Charlie made It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That started off as a short film. I don't know how many people know that. It was like a 15-minute.
Oh, it did? No shit?
A short film they made, yeah. They paid for it
The
themselves.
writing on that is I mean, I've tried, and we almost sold a pilot called Nutties about a guy that was a stripper, 35 years old, and had to move back in with his parents. And it was kind of
That's perfect for you.
Thank you, yeah. And then we almost sold it, and we didn't, but because I didn't have enough heat. Anyways, big deal. This is after SNL.
Yeah.
When things were popping. But then you went from Con, okay? You went from Con, and you did that for a season or 2 seasons?
Yeah. So what I did was I I showed up at a Subway restaurant in the Valley. Excuse me. And what I did was we called them ahead of time, and I said that I was an agent and that I rep Jared. Remember Jared Fogle?
Oof.
Before, well, hold on. This is before
Yeah,
the fucking...
before he was a fucking child rapist.
This is back when he was, America's Jared Fogle.
What a sick fuck.
Beloved's Jared Fogle. And so...
He was always, by the way, I don't mean to cut you off, but he always was the kind of guy you looked at and you're like, something's not right here. Something's not right here.
It's a case study, and like, dude, like, don't just grab someone off the street and make them famous. Like, might want to fucking vet that shit out a little bit.
Sure, you might want to feel him out just a little bit.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's why all these competition shows are, weird, But even people that are vetted out, though, can turn out to be fucking great. Look how many people we thought, Bill Cosby.
Right.
Harvey Weinstein's been in our homes on the Oscars every March for 20 years, and he was
now he's fucked.
Oh, dude.
Wait, is he in jail now? He's in jail, right?
I don't think so. Is he?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think
he's hanging out with Epstein right now.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So I went into this Subway, called ahead of time. I said I represent Jared Fogle. He's doing the 2004 or 2003 at the time, 2003 Subway lunch tour. And this owner of this restaurant flipped the fuck out. He was so excited. He's like, "Oh my God." He goes, "I would love to have Jared here." He goes, "Oh, that is so exciting. When do you think he wants to come here?" I'm like, "Tomorrow." And he's like, "Okay, well, we have to get the place ready." And like, dude, this guy was losing his
I feel
shit.
bad for this guy.
Oh,
but when you're 24, 25, you're like, this is good. Let's keep doing this.
I'm like, I feel kind of bad, but okay, let's do this anyway. Yeah. So I show up. I got a limo, and I had a suit on, and my friend Zach, who does not look like Jared Fogle. Okay, if he walked in right now, he looks like the poor man's version of Jeremy Piven.
He looks like Steve Fogle.
He just looks like Jeremy Piven. Like, he doesn't look like Jared. But he dude, so there's something about confidence, all right, in this country, and there's something about swagger.
Sure.
And if you walk the walk and talk the talk,
someone's gonna believe it.
And you come in quick enough and leave quick enough, people before they even have time to go, did that just happen? Yeah. Like. So we walked in. We got all these sandwiches for free. we were also giving them.
Man.
Yeah, we were telling them like how to do stuff. We were like changing corporate policy. We're like, why are the onions right next to the lettuce? We don't like that because when you pick up the onions, you always inherently drop a couple in the lettuce. And for people like me that don't eat onions, like, and they're literally moving, like they're going against corporate culture of like what they were told.
And
to do.
more oven. Get the oven out of here.
Yeah, get the fucking oven out of here.
Come on, we want cold sandwiches. I love that. So what was the whole thing? So then we just to give free shit was basically the show.
For me, I think one of the most important things in comedy is a long walk for a short drink of water.
That's great.
Where
did you hear that? Dennis Miller?
No.
Socrates?
That's just my own thing. I just fucking love. I mean, that's an old saying, long, but putting it in a comedy.
Yeah.
I love. Just think about even what stand-up is. Like Sebastian's on stage for 15 minutes
and talking about swimming.
Fucking mind, and all it is like. Does your daughter wear floaties? You know what I mean? Like, it's 15 minutes of like a heart attack on stage, and he's just mad about how hard floaties are to close. Whatever. So the show was called Con because the idea was every episode I would announce a goal. I'd look at the camera. It was Ferris Bueller style. I broke the fourth wall, and I'd talk to the camera.
Right.
And I'd say, all right, today on Con, this is what we're going to fucking do. All right, we're going to go to Subway, and I'm going to get some free sandwiches. And I'm also going to fucking finally talk about how much I hate the onions being next to the lettuce bin because I don't eat onions, but they're always in there, and then I get onions in my sandwich. And so then it's like, I'm getting a limo. I'm getting a suit pressed.
And they pay for all that shit, right?
Yeah, but the funny thing is, like, all I'm trying to do is get a free sandwich and tell them to move the onions. And how much money am I spending to, like, just fucking fall it off?
Do you know what's crazy about that show now is people would say, so, okay, we like the
God,
concept.
yeah.
Now they'd be like, so what are we thinking about season 5? And you're like, why don't we just focus on season 1?
Well, there's that, but then I also think, where I thought you were going to go with this, I feel like now they'd be like, it's a little harsh.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, that
harsh.
too. Yeah.
And could you take the sandwich, but then like immediately give it back and say sorry and like.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like
there's no element of surprise with any show anymore at all.
Yeah. And they'd be so worried about woke culture and Twitter. They'd say that like I'm being racist for targeting an Indian owner, like whose English was shaky, and it's like I didn't target him. That's the fucking Subway right by my house.
Yeah.
So,
also, that's how they talk. Yeah. Like we didn't tell them to put it on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's a show that you like now that you watch? Is there anything out that you enjoy watching now?
I don't watch a lot of TV.
I don't either.
But there's one show that I would suck a dick to get on.
Sure.
Mindhunters. David Fincher's
Oh,
new show.
dude, I'm just watching that now about the BTK.
Yeah.
Did you see the first episode?
The second season?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy, right? I don't want to give it away for people that
Yeah,
that
don't
are
give it
listening.
away.
But
just at the beginning with that door, like,
yes.
Oh, my gosh, dude.
And then I was telling Paul, I'm like, well, I'm gonna give it away. But I was like, you know how Robin Williams died?
Yeah.
How supposedly he hung himself with the thing, and then Paul told me he slit his wrist.
Wait.
Did you hear that?
Robin?
Yeah.
I never heard Robin slit his wrist.
That's what. Yeah. That's,
I'm a fact check.
get on the fucking.
No, I never heard that.
Google that shit, dude.
I never heard that. I'm not sure how Robin creeped into our conversation about the BTK killer.
Well, because what he was doing was he was doing with the door and the thing. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Mindhunter's great. What did you think of the Chappelle special? Did you
Didn't see it. I really don't watch stand-up specials.
I don't either.
I just
Isn't it
don't.
funny? The business that we're in. Is it because we've been in it for too long, or is it because
I think so.
or is it because you have kids in a fucking life?
Part of it, the magic's gone. These are guys that I shake the hands of at the Comedy Store, give
All
a
the
hug
time.
to, or talk outside about mundane stuff like oh, that used to be my parking spot over there, but now they put my car over here, and oh, this Mountain Dew's a little flat today at the Comedy Store. It's so
Do you still?
I still go see a Tom Cruise movie because I don't know Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
I can't go up to Tom Cruise at the store.
Yeah.
I can't give him a high five. You know what I mean? So, like, when I watch Mission Impossible, I'm in. I've bought it. But when I watch some of these guys on stage and, like, you know what? Like, if a guy's talking about how he loves to, like, fucking check out other women, and I just actually know that he's actually the best husband in the world, because I know him, and he's not that guy. Or vice versa. Like, a guy that's on stage talking about how much he loves his kids, but I know he fucks hookers. Like,
yeah, we know that guy, too.
So I just know, like, a lot of these people. So it's like...
Isn't it crazy that we chose the business that's the most fucked up people?
It's pretty nuts.
Besides politicians, we have the most fucked up people.
It's up there. I don't know about serial killer's a profession, right? And like, so they're all.
I don't know if you get paid for being a serial killer.
I mean, you get paid.
Jeffrey Epstein did.
You ever tried it?
No, I have not. I'm not really into the killing business.
Pays
you know
some
what I mean?
dividends.
Except on stage. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
What's up?
Okay.
Hey, I don't kill except at the Improv. Hello.
Oh no, I've never been there before. Who's the first celebrity that you met when you moved here and you were like, holy shit, dude, I just met so and so?
Well, rather than that, let me tell you.
I like your Michael Keaton story. Can you talk about that?
My what?
Michael Keaton story?
Which one?
What do you mean, which one? Didn't you have a Michael Keaton story where you used to drive him or something? I think or was it you that told me that? You used to drive him around and he was super cool to you or something?
It wasn't Michael Keaton.
Or maybe or someone else. Or
I would be in prison because I would have
Fucking,
sucked his dick, and
That's two sucking dick.
I know.
What's
dude.
going on with you? Oh my god!
Can I just suck a dick real quick?
Jesus.
Time out.
See what happens when you get sober, dude?
Yeah. This is okay. When I got here in 2000, I've been here for like a couple weeks, and I was at a gas station in Sherman Oaks. And there was a guy right next to me, pumping gas. I'm pumping gas. And I go, hey. And he goes, hey. And I go, where do I?
Oh, no. You did the where do I know you from?
Well, I just moved here. And so he goes,
no.
I go, where do I know you from? He goes, he's got shades on. He's got a hat on. He goes, I don't know. Do you live around here? Like in this neighborhood? And I go, no, I just got here, so I wouldn't know. Like, I wouldn't know you from the neighborhood.
Like I'm staying at my buddy's couch over on La Cienega.
Yeah, it's a good couch. So if you ever need it for a night or two, like sometimes when I'm out, you can take it. And so
you can park a Mercedes there.
Yeah, I'm actually going home for Thanksgiving, so if you want it for those 4 days. And so then he just looked at me and he goes, I don't think we know each other. And he's just trying to go about his day. I go, no. I go, hold on a second. I go,
he's like, fuck.
I go, did you ever live in Michigan? And then he's just like, no. And I go, this is gonna drive you crazy, dude. I go, we know each other for sure. And then he just gave me one of these, takes his shades down and kind of looks at me. It was Alan Thicke.
No way.
Yeah.
Dude, Adam Ray would have fucking seriously gotten in his car and said, we're going to your house.
Dude, fucking Alan Thicke, man. Dude, I would have fucking gone over to him.
I would have got over there.
I would have got over and jerked this fucking dick off all over my fucking face. What? I love
That's our
Adam.
Adam Ray impression. What? Adam,
actually, now you sound more like Amir K doing Adam Ray.
That's true.
But the first celebrity that I ever could not believe that I was meeting them.
Yeah.
It was 3 guys in one night, and now I know all of them personally. It was Labor Day weekend, 1998. So now we're going 2 years before I moved here. I was out here visiting.
Where are you from originally?
St. Louis, Missouri, but then
that's right.
I did high school and college in Kalamazoo.
Right.
So that's why I know a lot about Chicago.
Yeah.
Is we always talk because it's an hour and a half away, so we drive down there and get pizza, whatever, fuck hookers, and so
Sure.
as you do.
Yeah.
It was the '90s.
In that order? Or
I mean, it doesn't matter.
what if you're full and you don't want to fuck hookers anymore?
Have you ever killed a hooker?
No, we're doing that again.
Anyway, what was I saying?
You were talking about the three guys.
Oh yeah, so the fucking gay with the fucking guys, huh? Fugazi. So I went to the Laugh Factory.
Yeah.
And my dad writes commercials, and so I came out here to watch my dad work one weekend. And so he was working, and then at the end of the set, he just said to me, he goes, "You want to? I got a little surprise for you." He goes, "Let's go to the Laugh Factory." So we went there, and dude, I mean, bro, I don't know if you remember the first time you went into a comedy club when you didn't. I mean, you maybe had 1-2 jokes to your
I
name.
did. I saw Mitch Hedberg.
Really?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, Zany's in Chicago.
And didn't it feel magical?
You know what?
Before you knew what was behind the curtain?
Dude, it was like the best. It was the best time of my life. I was 20 years old. I was
Yeah.
going to Columbia College, getting a broadcasting degree, which I should have stuck with. And I was sitting there, and I was like watching Mitch Hedberg, and I kind of heard a little bit about him. He fucking crushed it to pieces, dude. He did like an hour and a half of just like his quick little jokes, and I think this is before him doing like heavy drugs because he remembered everything.
Oh, I promise you, he was doing drugs.
Yeah, maybe he was, but he was so great. And that was the first guy that I saw, and I was like, "This looks fucking tough."
Everything about it, the smell. Each comedy club has a specific smell, like the Improv, the Laugh Factory, and the Comedy Store. But the Laugh Factory, I walked in, I smelled the place. It just felt like home to me.
Yeah.
The waitresses were hot.
Yeah.
Like the door guys were in suits.
And you saw the comedians in the back going over their sets. And you're like, how cool is that?
I couldn't believe how close they were to me. Jeff Ross was there. This is before Jeff was famous.
And he had hair.
Yeah, right. He did actually.
Yep.
Jeff Ross was there. Ralphie May was there.
Mm-hmm.
A pre-fame Ralphie May. A pre-fame Dane Cook.
Wow.
Dane was, I believe, hosting, if I'm not mistaken.
No shit.
And
Jay Davis.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
There was a young guy that used, Jamie Masada, the owner of the Laugh Factory. You know how he has that kids camp for kids from the
Tiffany Haddish came from it.
Tiffany came from that. So I think Tiffany was there, and so was a young guy named Kenny. I don't know what happened to him, but he was funny, man. So they were both from that camp, and so then all of a sudden Harlan Williams hits the stage. This is 1998.
Yeah.
So this is like at the peak of, I mean, like
Chappelle Show.
Dumb and Dumber was just 3-4 years before that.
Yeah.
Like to see Harlan Williams, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
And I'm also one of those people.
Half-baked.
I'm one of those people that, like, when you say the movie Rocket Man, I don't think about Elton John. I think
No.
about fucking Harlan Williams' movie Rocket Man.
He's in it?
No, he had a movie called Rocket Man.
right, that's right.
And so so I saw him, and I was very excited about that. And then right after him was Jay Mohr.
Yeah.
And that fucking blew me.
And you're close with Jay, aren't you?
I'm very that started everything. That night, so Jay Mohr goes up and he crushes it. I mean, Jay fucking stole the whole show.
He's still great.
Well, yeah, but he stole the whole show that
Yeah.
night. And we're talking Ralphie was on, Dane was on, like Harlan, Jeff Ross, and then I'll tell you who popped in afterwards, and Jay still stole it even from this next person. So Jay gets off stage, and I've always been a big advice guy. I'll go up to, I'm shameless. I'll go up to anybody. If I see someone that might know something that I want to know, I want to learn it from them. You know? And so I just went up to him and I go, Jay, I'm a big fan. I just saw Jerry Maguire. I work at this movie theater. It was playing there. I saw it many times actually. I'd walk in just to watch it, you know what I mean, and clean the theater just when it was on, and come up with excuses to go back in the theater because I love that movie. I think it's perfect. And he goes, hey, he goes, what's your name? And I go, Skyler Stone. And he goes, hey, let's go outside. So we went outside. He sat down with me and my dad for 45 minutes.
No shit.
Told me how to get a manager. Told me that I got to get in the union. Told me the difference between the SAG and AFTRA before they merge. Told me, which clubs are what.
That's cool, dude.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
It was really cool. And he gave me a lot of advice. And I told him I'm from Michigan. I told him my name. He goes, I'm not going to forget you. And 2 years later.
He was like, who are you?
Well, no, that was that was Labor Day weekend of '98. I moved here 2 years later, September 13th, so almost 2 years to the date. I'm pulling into town. My girlfriend that I moved here with was tired, so she went to the house we were going to stay at. And I go, I'm going to go check out the Laugh Factory. I drove straight to the Laugh Factory. I still have everything in my car. There's bags, there's guitar, there's so much stuff. And I pull up to the Laugh Factory, and Jay Mohr's name is on the sign. And
Cool.
I was like, yes!
What a sign.
So I go inside, and he looked at me, he goes, comedian from Michigan, I don't fucking know your name. I go, and that was enough for me,
For
dude.
sure, yeah.
Like,
You're like,
and I
doesn't
go,
matter.
I go, Skyler Stone. He goes, oh my gosh. He goes, yes, yes, yes. He goes, listen, I got to get out of here. So I think I just missed his set or something. And he goes, but I'm going to do you a solid real quick. He goes, come with me. He walks me over to Jamie Masada, who, Jamie is a character, right? I think I'd say he's a character.
Yes.
Like, he is a hard nut to crack. He either pays attention to you or he doesn't. There's no in between.
No.
And so, Jay walks me over to him. He's a very short guy. He's Iranian, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Iranian guy. He's owned the business forever. He started off in radio. Used to co-host a radio show with Fraser Smith back in the late 70s, early 80s. Like, Jamie's been an institution in Hollywood a long time.
Oh yeah.
And I go over to Jay walks me over to him and goes, "Hey Jamie," he was, "I gotta leave, but I want you to meet one of my best friends from back home. This is Skyler Stone."
Nice.
And like I just went with it. Like, did he just call me one of his best friends? Shook Jamie's hand, and Jamie immediately, like, "Oh, buddy, nice to meet you. I found a Jay's, I found a mine."
Yeah, let's get you on the show.
Oh my dude! And from that point, I never did open mic. I was a fucking made man. I wasn't like on the 10 o'clock show on Friday night.
Right, he gave you that late night, like midnight spot.
But you know what it really was? You know what I really actually got? It took a while to actually get spots. I was just on the email chain.
Yeah.
I was invited to like,
Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Like, if I walked up to the door, people knew to let me in.
Yeah.
And that was like huge, dude. I see a lot of comics. Like I'm not gonna mention names, but I got a buddy that's been doing stand up at least 8 years. And dude, he get every club we walk up to, even when he's with me, they're like, wait, who are you? And I'm like, oh, I just feel so bad for him because he tries so hard.
Do I know him?
You don't.
Oh.
But I mean, maybe you do. I'll tell you off the mic.
Sure.
His
I mean, that's awesome that you met.
His name's Chris D'Elia. It's embarrassing. It's really embarrassing.
Chris has only been doing comedy for 4 years.
Yeah, it's so embarrassing.
It's
like, here's my fledgling comic friend, Chris D'Elia.
Totally, I get it. So do you remember when you moved here? What was your first audition? Do you remember
wait, I didn't tell you the third person. Third person was that popped in that night unannounced. Adam Sandler.
No shit.
Yeah,
that must have been incredible.
I got a picture with him. I think I was probably if I'm being honest, I was most excited to see him. But in life, and who did the most for me, Jay, that night. You know what I mean? Obviously. You know what I mean?
You know what's funny, too, is most people don't know that, or maybe they do.
That I'm gay?
No, that you suck dick. That you auditioned for SNL, too.
I did. I auditioned in 2005 against...
That's pretty incredible that you got into L.A. that fast and you auditioned for SNL that fast.
Well, what's crazier is that I sold Con faster. Con sold 3 years. I was my third year here.
God, you came in guns a-blazing, didn't you?
But see, you have to understand, like, I had this thing where, like, I've chilled out a little bit, but I had a thing where I did not do anything other than figure out my next move at all times.
Yeah.
So, like, if it could be Friday night and Labor Day weekend, and you might go, "What are you doing for Labor Day?" And I'd be like, "I didn't even know it's Labor Day."
Don't care.
Nothing.
Don't care.
Oh, we're having a barbecue. Yeah, I probably won't be. I mean, I was just on. I wasn't mean. I would just say, "Nah, I'll probably spend the day." I go on days like that. I love to get as much done as I can because the phone's quiet and everyone else is taking the day off, so it's my chance to get ahead. Like, that was my rule.
That's great.
I would skip Super Bowl. I would skip and I don't mean this in like a.
God, I wish I did that.
I wasn't sad about it either.
Dude,
I'm telling you right now, dude, you won't. If you take 3 years and just kill whatever your schedule is that you've thought. Actually, it's not even a schedule that you've thought you need to have. It's what society has thought for you.
That you need.
And you've walked into it like a fucking sheep. You don't even know it.
Yeah.
We do. Like right now, we're like, okay, it's football, so Sundays, I can't make plans on Sundays because football. I got to watch every game. It's like, no, you really don't fucking have to.
No, you don't.
You don't.
I know. My buddy was like, "You want to do fantasy league?" I go, "Homie, I'm 39 years old. I don't got time. I got time to watch the Bears, and then I get to turn the TV off, and I go for a run."
But we all have our fucking thing, like,
But back in the day, I was like, dude, fucking football Sunday, baby.
Like, Coachella is like, that's my, like I love Coachella so much.
Do it.
I know you can't.
I fucking hate it.
But have you been?
I have. It's dusty. It's hard to get a fucking
Where
ride.
did you go?
I went, not Coachella, I went to Stagecoach.
That's not the same shit.
It is the same shit. It's the same spot. It's the same bullshit. And, like, now I just feel like the old guy walking around looking for fucking...
Do you like country?
I love country. My parents live in Texas.
I just wouldn't have guessed that about you, though.
Oh, okay. Like, what is that?
Yeah, fucking wise guy, huh?
Yeah. All right, I want to get to this stuff because we're flying. What was the first movie you saw? What was the very first movie you saw?
I know that this had to have been really young because I was born in '79. What year did E.T. come out? '82.
I have no idea. Paul was -15.
Yeah, Paul doesn't even know what ET is. He's like, "Is that a drug?"
He's like, "Yeah."
Yeah, is it an
like,
STD?
Did you get that in Coachella?
Meanwhile, I'm sending Brady articles of Robin Williams slitting his
I
wrist.
know, I can't look at it. What did it happen or not?
Yes, 1982, E.T.
Oh.
1982. So I was 3. I know I saw that in theaters, and I'm pretty sure one of the reasons I have so much PTSD that made me,
Want to be in movies?
No, maybe, chase drugs and alcohol in order to curb it, is my parents took me to E.T. too young. There's some fucking scary shit in that movie for a 3-year-old.
100%.
And I don't know why they took me.
Seeing an alien in your fucking closet, and he's like,
Bro,
no, you run out of the house, you fucking call the cops, and that's the end of the movie.
In the garage, when his finger, when there's that smoky nighttime shot in the garage, and his fingers come wrap around, and they just go like this.
Yeah.
I remember. And then when they go in the cornfields and it spreads apart, and then ET's there, they go, yeah. Oh God, dude, that fucked me.
It's a pretty good impression.
Yeah, right. Well,
Do you remember your first impression you did?
Oh God, probably of my whole family. My mom.
But what about
is an
celebrity?
impressionist? She's not really, but she is just as a person.
Yeah.
Like if my mom met you right now, and then later on we were eating, she's like, oh, I really liked Brady. I just like how he. I like how he talks. She'd just start talking like you. And I'm like, oh, my God, Mom, he does talk like that. Like,
that's impossible.
She can do that.
She'd be like, that's impossible. What was your first celebrity impression? Because you get that good, deep voice. Because you do a little Vince Vaughn. Because I had to do Vince Vaughn I had to do Vince Vaughn after I got off SNL. They go, can Brady do Vince Vaughn? And my manager's like, oh, yeah, Brady can do any of them. No problem.
Wait, who asked you that?
It was for a show on E, and it was called Celebrity Memes. And why
didn't they just call me?
They could have, but you don't have dark hair and you're not handsome like me.
You know what, though? You could have. Oh, not handsome. What's this fucking guy?
What? No. I couldn't do it, though, because he's like, he talks like, I can't even do it now. Give me a little bit.
I mean, maybe right now, it's like, if I would have known this was in Koreatown, halfway to fucking across the town to Nowheresville, I don't even know if I would have come. Brady said, you want to do my podcast? I didn't work for going to fucking Cerritos. You know what I'm talking about? Like, where the fuck am I right now? We're on 8th Street? Who's ever even heard of an 8th unless you're smoking weed? You know what I'm talking about? But this guy's fucking over here. I'm from Chicago. I don't like deep dish. What a fucking piece of shit. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, I'm from Chicago too, baby. All right, I'm a fucking tall drink of water, and I'll fucking drink a tall piece of pizza, okay? But you're over here going, I got to count the carbs like a little fucking asshole. You know what I mean? Like, look at this fucking guy. Anyway.
That's so good, dude. That is so good. That is fantastic.
I feel like that's the first one I mastered. But my first impression, just probably someone hacky like Stallone, maybe. You know what I mean?
He's like, oh, no.
Adrian.
You get that good, deep voice, dude.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Who else can you do? You do Stallone. You did for when you tested for SNL. Walk me through what was your audition tape like? Because I've told my fucking sad story.
I just made
times.
a tape. I always wanted SNL was my biggest goal to be on that of all
Same
time.
here.
I've changed the goal now. I just want to host it.
Yeah.
You get older, you get realistic.
Yeah.
I made a tape in 2005. Con had just been canceled.
Yeah.
Con was only on one season. The ratings were fine. Critically, it was fine. We just had a lot of lawsuits, and so
I bet
we pissed off a lot of people. We got lawsuits from
Subway.
Yeah,
sure.
Hugh Hefner.
What?
The city.
I forgot you went to the Playboy Mansion, right?
City of LA.
Wait, sorry.
Don't blow over that one. I got sued by the city of LA, dude. That's fucking crazy.
Wait, so can you give me just in a nutshell what happened with Playboy? How did you con that one?
They just having a party. It was a.
I've never been ever.
It was a save that. Oh, you never been?
No, I never.
Oh,
and
God,
and
so
now I
fun.
never will.
Yeah, they don't do it anymore.
No.
It was fun while it lasted, though, man.
I'm sure it was.
Oh God, dude, it was so fun. They were having a Save the Dolphins benefit, like a Save the Dolphins Foundation benefit.
Sure, just anything to get fucking naked and have some fun.
Yeah, and so I called them, and
the theme's dolphins.
I got a number, and I called them up. I'm like, "Yo, I really want to." I go to USC, and I'm making a documentary on dolphins right now, and my teacher wants me to go to any live events or any charitable events I can.
Yeah, go to the Playboy one.
Well, and so they said, "Well, we have," and I knew they had a party coming up. And they go, it's so funny you would mention that. They're like, we have one at the Playboy Mansion this weekend. I go, well, let me hang up and check with my teacher, make sure that would be okay. And so I hung up, acted like I was calling, check with my teacher, call back. I'm like, he said I can do it as long as I don't drink or, and I'm just there to participate in, in the charitable aspects. And she was, absolutely. And so she put me on the list. I showed up. I got to bring a camera crew.
How did you find out that they were having that? You just went on the website?
I don't remember.
Skyler, that's the reason why I love it, because you're like, oh, that didn't work, and then you just try another.
Yeah.
You'll just try the back door.
Yeah, I don't care.
That's locked. Let's see if the side door is open.
Yeah.
We can't get in there. We'll go through the chimney.
Yeah. Oh, you don't
love
want to
that.
have lunch with me? I'll just suck your dick. You know what I mean?
That's three sucks.
Three sucks.
God damn. Holy moly, we're putting that in the write-up. Jesus. So you got into the Playboy Mansion. So who did you see that you were like, oh,
Is part of your move to have this room as hot as possible so that you'll tell more truth?
Yeah.
Okay. Just I'm on to you because I'm sweating and right now I feel like I'd be like, oh my god.
We'll just put that. Make sure that fans.
When I was 4, I fucked my dog. You know what I mean? Like I just like.
Just make sure when that fan's on, you just make sure to get all the air, and then before it turns away.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, God, what was your first embarrassing moment?
Oh. I shit my pants.
I've done that
at Mike Davis's birthday party the night we all went to see Batman in 1989.
You shit your pants.
I shit my pants.
Why? Were you just eating
and
like an
I didn't.
asshole?
I didn't tell anybody.
Oh, what?
And so then we got to the theater.
How bad was it though? Was it like
I
just
was
a little
sitting,
bit of shit?
It was shit, bro.
Oh my!
It was
God.
like puddle.
Oh.
Yeah. And so we sat and watched Batman, and I remember I had needed my dad to take me to see Batman again because
Michael Keaton.
When my dad was like, "How good was the movie?" And I'm like, I broke down. I'm just like, "Well, I shit myself before," and he goes, "Oh my gosh!" He goes, "So then what'd you do? Clean it up?" And go, I'm like, "No, I just kind of sat in it." And then the kids noticed the smell.
Oh.
And so
you're the shit.
But in the theater, like it fucking smells in this movie theater. And so then when I went home, I told my dad about it. And then when I told my dad about it, he told my mom about it, who told my sisters about it. So when a couple of the guys from the party, like a week later at my house hanging out, and like Lindsay blurts out like that I had shit my pants, and that's what the smell was in the theater that they thought they're like, what? We got to tell everybody. So then they fucking told everybody.
Thanks a lot, guys.
And so then I went to Hannah Woods one day, and I get to fucking school. And like it's just you watch a movie and you're like, no way is there ever a scene where a guy walks up and like everyone's like, shit your pants, hey smelly butt, hey fuckhead, like dude,
that's what it was.
It wouldn't stop.
I
felt like I was in a fucking.
But
movie.
did you play it off? Because I feel like if anyone can play it off, it's you.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe
you
it's
just kind of blacked out.
Maybe it's why I became a drug addict and love to suck dick now.
God, that's 4. Okay. Who was the celebrity you wish you were growing up?
I don't get it.
Who's like someone that you looked up to that you're like, fuck, I would love to be that guy someday.
Like love to be that guy while you're a kid?
Yeah.
Or love to be that guy?
Like growing up, I always wanted to be Van Damme.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I could never do karate moves, and I didn't want to wear a gi and stuff. I just felt weird. I remember I put a gi on once, and I was like, this just doesn't feel right. I think I had chest hair at like 11. So
when I was a kid, I wanted to be Johnny from Karate Kid.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, William Zabka.
For sure.
Yeah, Billy. He's a buddy of mine actually now.
The blonde-haired dude.
Yep.
The bad guy.
The bad guy.
But now he's the good guy.
Yeah. If you watch Cobra Kai, it's kind of flopped now.
Are you in that?
Flip. No, not flopped. I want to be in it.
Is it good if you watched it?
It's fucking amazing.
Then why isn't it on TV?
It's the fucking way of the future now.
I don't know, man.
Oh, wow. Guess what? All your favorite Netflix shows aren't on TV either.
That's true. I don't even watch. You know what I watch? I watch Ghost Adventures.
Of course you do.
I love that stupid show. It's so stupid. Sky, this show is so dumb that they walk into this place and they're like, can someone please make a noise? And then you hear. You're like, what the fuck?
It's so dumb. I can't watch dumb
what
shit like that.
What an easy movie to fucking produce.
I can't
or
watch
show
dumb
to
shit like
produce.
that.
All right. What was your first awful audition?
I mean, all of them.
Like when you walked into an audition, you walked in like as an audition you really wanted, and you were like, fuck.
My SNL audition.
You didn't do good at it?
No, I don't think so.
Why?
I was too excited.
Oh, really?
I wasn't even nervous.
How long did they make you wait for?
Maybe I was nervous, but I turned it into excitement instead of focus.
Yeah.
I wasn't focused in my audition.
Were you all over the place?
I just sped through it like I needed to
show them that this is what you got.
I was like a kid in a candy store.
Do you remember
honestly, I was like a person that was on a tour at 30 Rock going, wow, fucking, is that where the Belushi? Oh, I'm farther. Like, I was that guy.
Oh, no.
Rather than just like fucking, I could be part of this.
Yeah, this is where I work.
No.
Yeah.
I looked like a fan.
No shit. What did you do?
so.
How long do you think you were on stage for?
I don't know.
I was up there for a good 5 minutes, but I remember taking my
I think like 5 minutes.
time. Yeah. I remember my ending bit where I put water all over my face because I played a stripper. And then when I got done, I slipped off stage. But I thought it was kind of funny, and I was like, that's not so bad. And then I was in my room after that, and I was like, fuck, Why'd I fucking slip, dude?
I did something so dumb.
Oh shit.
Do you want to know?
Sure.
So when you test for SNL, as Brady knows, you're put in one of the dressing rooms.
Yeah.
These are real dressing rooms.
Oh,
these are not.
no.
These are not for just for testing purposes. You are in
The
somebody's
actual cast
dressing room
member.
who's literally on SNL at that time.
Yeah, like Jimmy Fallon or
Yeah.
some,
And there's a plaque that tells you everyone that's ever been in this dressing room. Remember the plaque?
yeah.
So the one I was in was something like, Dan Aykroyd, and then, whatever, Robert Downey Jr. maybe, and then
You wrote your name on the plaque.
John Lovitz, and then Jimmy Fallon, and now currently in your room is Kenan Thompson, right? And so, like, it's exciting. It's like, wow, all those guys have been in this room.
Yeah.
That is something else. Man, I could be next. And then you're sitting there, and your nerves are probably going, and your brain, you're trying to combat it by going, stay positive, stay focused, let's do this, let's have some fun. You were meant to do this, fucking own this bitch. And then you just look around, and, Keenan's got some personal items in the room. Yeah, they have the summer off, but they leave it in there. Why take everything down?
Funny, I had the same room.
You had Keenan's?
Yep.
Oh, that's funny. Well, maybe you saw what I did to it. So here we go. So in the room is a poster of Muhammad Ali.
Oh no.
Poster. It's not framed. It's just the way you put up a poster like in college, like with some tape or some tacks or something. And it's not a fantastic poster. There's nothing fucking phenomenal about it. Like, it's not like numbered or signed or anything. It's just a fucking poster you can get at a college head shop, right? So it's on the fucking wall. I believe it's the one where he's looking down at the guy.
I know exactly the one you're talking
Yeah.
about.
And so it's just up
I
there.
almost painted it.
And so you just painted it?
No, I said I almost painted it.
You should paint it.
Yeah.
Have you done Keaton yet, by the way?
I haven't. I haven't gotten paid for it yet.
I've texted you about that before, I think. I've
Yes, you
asked.
have.
Yeah, that's why you know I love Keaton so much.
Yep.
I'd suck his dick.
God damn,
And
that's
so-
5. That Paul, that's the new record here at Comedy Pop Up.
So the poster is up on the wall.
Oh,
I'm
no.
looking around the room.
And, they leave you in there doing nothing.
Oh, you're fucking sitting there, bro.
Yeah, it's
you're
the
fucking
worst.
sitting there.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking around. You know what I mean? I'm looking for something to do, right?
Yeah.
Something to fucking probably calm the nerves and stop thinking about all my lines for the millionth time.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a pencil. I think I'll grab that. Took the pencil.
No.
Went over to the poster.
No, dude.
And this is what I wrote on Kenan Thompson's poster, who is now the longest running cast member of SNL of all time. This is a personal item. Now, again, I told you there's something phenomenal about this poster, but guess what? Maybe his grandpa gave it to him.
Totally. Maybe it was something that fucking Muhammad Ali gave him.
Maybe it's the poster that he brought to the audition the day audition, and he looked at it and said, I'm going to be as strong as Muhammad Ali, and I'm going to book SNL.
Yeah.
Who knows? I walked up to it with a pencil, though, and I wrote, Dear Kenan,
Oh no, bro.
on the poster. Not my possession,
Bro.
not my belonging,
Oh my
never met
God.
him, but I thought this was interesting. Dear Kenan, my name is Skyler Stone. You and I actually have the same agent. I'm auditioning for SNL right now. Anyway, maybe I'll see you here soon. Skyler Stone.
I mean, it's kind of a good story. But
Yeah, in hindsight. But, bro, like, what if literally I was one of the guys they were thinking about, and then Kenan was weighing in? He's like, hey, man, the guy's kind of a fucking weirdo. He signed my grandpa's poster he gave me when he was doing chemo.
what if he never saw it?
Say what?
What if he never saw it?
Oh, he saw it for sure.
Yeah.
For sure saw it, for sure.
Was it a pencil or was it? Are you sure it was a pencil?
It was a pencil. Yeah, just signed his poster. Just thought he'd like to know that you and I have the same agent.
Oh, bro.
We are repped at the same company.
Oh, dude. That's like when I went up to Ron G at the Comedy Store, and I go, dude, congratulations on the BET Awards for hosting him. He goes, it's Kevin Hart, dude.
Oh, my God.
I go, fuck, bro. My fucking bad. Oh, my God. Who are some celebrities? What is
Whoa.
that? Oh, you got to go?
No,
Your meter, huh?
do I need to hit it or not?
How much time do we have left, P? 15.
Do you think I'll be okay? Oh, I
So,
love you.
Do you mind? See, Paul's sweet. During one of my podcasts, Paul went outside and shoveled shit off the front porch. Yeah, right over
Just
here.
like actual shit.
Yeah.
Human shit or dog shit?
I think it was human shit, right, Paul? Very human. Yeah, it was human. Someone took a shit in the front. So.
Some corn in there.
Yeah. Speaking of, so you have kids.
You, by the way, you can hit it with my card if you want. Oh, okay.
Paul's got quarters.
Okay.
You have children at home. How many kids you got now? 15?
I have 4 kids.
Do you really have 4 kids?
I have a 16-year-old daughter.
That's
I have a 13-year-old son, and I have 4-year-old twins. And
Wait, are they boys? 4-year-old twins?
I guess since this is going to be out next week, it won't matter. We have 2 on the way.
What?
Yeah, I'm good.
You're gonna have 6 kids?
Yeah, dude. We're having twins again.
What's going on with you?
I'm totally kidding about that part.
I was like, what the fuck? What kind of money you making, dog? Shit.
I do okay.
No, okay. Well, because you do a lot of voiceover stuff.
I do a lot of
too.
voiceovers, yeah. By the way, I like...
Well, I was gonna say
Hold
that.
on. You just
I like that.
I want to break that down real quick. You
Listen,
go,
what
no,
we do,
hold
we don't
on.
make. Sometimes we don't make a whole lot of money.
No, hold on.
sometimes.
What you did though, which is funny. You go, man. I hope you make a lot of money. I'm like, I do all right. And you're like, well, you do a lot of voiceover. You said it like,
Wasn't knocking it.
You haven't been in a
no.
lot of movies or TV
Wasn't-
lately, but
hey.
you definitely do voiceover.
Listen, dude. Neither have I. If it weren't for this fucking commercial that I just fucking booked, I'd be going to sweep cleaning or whatever the clean sweep.
I hope I
whatever this shit
booked
is.
mine, man. I'm gonna turn my phone off just to see if I got a text.
By
from
the
anybody.
way, I had they asked me for an audition today, and they go, "It's the age range is. Are you a diehard Chicago Bulls fan?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm a diehard." And they go, "Okay." They go,
oh, I got that too.
Did you?
Are you an NBA fan? I got that question.
Yeah, but they go, the cutoff was 18 to 35, so I'm 39. I go, so what does it matter? Just tell them I'm fucking 35.
Yeah, and shave and
Yeah.
fucking drink some water
They go,
that day.
they go, yeah, don't worry, we'll get you on the next one.
You're commercial agents at this?
Yeah.
They shouldn't fucking. That's stupid.
It's so stupid. I was like, but I didn't know if they check your age range or whatever, or some shit. So did you get it?
I don't know yet.
Oh, God damn, you're blowing up. Is that all the wife or is that?
No, one is a messenger from a director on Facebook. One's a Ring alert saying that this postman stole my box.
What?
Are you on Ring? You have
Yeah.
Ring? Oh, don't you get the greatest Ring updates?
No, you have a house. I don't. I
Yeah.
have an apartment. My parents get that Ring shit all the time.
It's
and
the best.
It's crazy.
And this is cute. When your kids go to school, there's this program called Bright Wheel, and
Oh.
they literally send you updates of your kids.
That's
like what's going on with them.
My niece.
Dude, how cute is he? Come on.
He's adorable. You know you're getting older when you go like this.
Yeah, yeah. You put one of these.
My niece is on Gizmo Hub. You know what Gizmo Hub is? It's so fucking cute. So she'll send me cute little messages.
Oh, she sends them to you herself?
Yeah, from her watch phone.
By the way, I love that we're checking our phones during a podcast.
It's terrible. Here, I got a couple of other things, then you're out of here. Okay. Do you remember the
So hot in here.
Yeah, it is a little
I'm
warm.
not on drugs.
Here, point
Okay.
that fan towards you and just
It's all good.
put it.
It's okay.
Okay, we're almost done. Maybe it's the Coca-Cola because you just got too excited with the caffeine. You know
That's
what I
true,
mean?
possibly.
Could be that.
I haven't had one in a while.
Could be that. See, I'm fine. I went to the gym this morning and
I did too.
showered after not for 3 days and I was kind of sick. That's okay.
Penis.
It's funny you say first shit pants because that's what I asked. That's what. So
That's weird. I did not know that.
we checked that off. Celebrities you look up to. You said Jay Mohr.
I look at Jay Mohr. Like look up to now.
Yeah.
Henry Winkler.
Really?
He's a great man.
You're friends with him?
I am actually.
Yeah. Does
He's
he
been
li-
like a mentor to me.
no shit. He's
Henry
sober.
Winkler-
He's sober too, right?
No.
Oh.
Henry Winkler, Jay Mohr, Richard Lewis has become a friend of mine.
No shit.
I look up to him a lot.
He's older now, huh? Is he still wearing?
He's older, yeah.
Is he still wearing the same fucking trench coats and
Yeah.
everything?
Yep.
He loves those fucking trench
Oh,
coats.
he's the dude. He's got a style, that's for sure.
So when you guys hang out, what do you guys talk about? Is it still comedy? Does he
Sobriety, comedy.
Does he like still doing comedy?
Oh yeah. Well, does Richard like doing anything? You know, like
No, he's your typical like Jewish guy in LA that like was like that made it, and now he's just kind of sustaining.
Oh, he does what? I mean, he's on Curb.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Is that one? Have you been on Curb?
No, I wish.
What's one show that you've been on that you really were so happy you did it? You did the what was that one pilot? you
Well,
did?
I wasn't a fan of The Mentalist, but I really liked my scenes, so I was proud of doing The Mentalist.
What was your scene?
I was a guy that they thought did it. I'm always in those shows. I'm always the guy. Wait, how do you know what car of him was mine? What? No.
Mine's the Kia. You'll be all right. You'll be fine. We got 10 more minutes. So you were in The Mentalist, and what did you have to do in The Mentalist?
By the way, when you walked out, I'm like, how's he gonna know what
Yeah,
car?
we didn't really establish that.
There was only 1 meter that was out, so I put it.
Oh, yeah, mine's out in like 2 more minutes. It's a Prius up there. Are
Yeah, don't worry about it.
you sure I'm not gonna get a ticket?
You'll be fine. They don't check these areas.
All right, Brady's paying for it if I get one.
It's fine.
What were we talking about?
Richard Lewis on Curb. Oh no, Mentalist.
Oh yeah, whenever I've done like an hour drama or a crime procedural show, I'm always the guy that the whole episode you as the viewer think I did it, but I didn't. But
Right.
but it seems like I did.
That's like when I did CSN New York. Kind of the same.
Yeah,
thing.
I'm never a good guy. I am a bad guy. I'm just not the bad guy they're looking for.
Totally.
That's kind of my bag.
Do you
But-
like doing more serious or more comedy?
Serious.
Really? Why?
I don't say this to like pat myself on the back. I feel like comedy just comes too easily to me.
Yeah.
Drama, I love challenging myself.
Yeah.
And I love the idea that like I love high stakes.
Mm-hmm.
I studied at Playoffs West, and
So did I.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, we've been over this actually.
We have been over this.
And so I went there.
You kind of forget the shit that you learned there, don't you? Like the door and activity shit. Like,
Well, but that's actually what I'm referring to is I loved, when you go to Playoffs West, they teach you that acting is nothing but listening.
right.
So it's the stuff you're doing mostly in between the talking, and that your talking is just a reaction to whatever you just listened to,
Right.
as opposed to just waiting to speak and then doing your lines.
Which makes it easier also that you're not just thinking about your lines.
Oh, big time.
Yeah,
Big time.
but it's hard to. That's the reason why Playoffs West is so great, is because they don't teach you that when you go to like audition technique classes.
Not at all.
They teach you how to work in the room, or like the thing I learned about Playoffs West is when you go in that room, that's your time. So if you fuck up, you can start again if you want to.
Yeah.
And if you don't know your lines, look down at your fucking page for a second.
Yeah.
Because most likely, most people are going to be doing that.
Well, I just remember there was, at Playoffs West, you have to come up with, it's two people in a scene.
Yeah.
And you have to come up with an activity. And so when you're like person A, that means you're the one that's on stage first. It's on a stage in a little black box theater. And person B, so let's say you, my scene partner, waits outside the door. And so what Brady's talking about is like, you come to the door. That's a very famous line in a Meisner class. Sanford Meisner is the teacher that Playoffs West teaches from. And so you have no idea what my
Activity
is, and you don't know why it's important or what the stakes are.
Yeah.
So I remember I had this shredder at home, and so I took a bunch of pieces of paper and I threw them through the shredder, and I put them in a clear trash bag, and I ran into the room, and you're like a guy like you was outside the door, and I threw them down on the ground, and I frantically opened them, and I started, and I had tape, and I was trying so hard to like
Put them together.
together.
That sounds really fucking hard. Yeah.
But I was sweating and I was crying, and like someone, it was a guy like you, I forgot the guy's name, but he moved back to New York, and he came in, and the way Meisner works is like Brady, you would say like you'd see this and you'd say something like,
What? Why? What's going on with your papers or something?
yeah, what's going on with your papers? And I'd be like, and then you're supposed to repeat.
What do you mean? What's going on with my papers?
Yeah, or like, what's going on with my paper? No, the line exactly.
Yeah, what's going on with my
what's going on
papers?
with my papers?
Yeah. And then
yeah. And you keep repeating it, and then he'd be like, do you need help? And I'm like, do I need help? Like, and so like, it's an exercise where like,
I know a lot of people listening are probably like, are they on acid?
I know it sounds crazy, but
Yeah.
what it teaches you is
It
when you
works.
watch Al Pacino, the reason you like his scenes, when you watch Heat, let's just go with that movie, right? Is he's doing little it's acting is the in between. It's not just the fucking line. If it was just a line, then you could just make a book.
Yeah.
You could just sell screenplays.
Yeah.
It's the in between. It's like he's Al Pacino's like I heard she's got a great ass.
Yeah, that's pretty
And
good.
you got your head all the way up it. Like that's not. It's not scripted in there that he's gonna take a pause or
Yeah.
that he's gonna put his hand up in
Or
the
he's
air.
gonna go that high with the ass.
It's exactly.
Yeah.
And so it teaches you that and so what it was when your scene's done after you repeated each other 1,000 times and reacted to each other. Like, I was crying and screaming by the end of it. The teacher's like, "This is a good one. I'm really dying to know what the stakes are here." I said,
Was it Carnegie?
Well, no, I told him no, it was
Levy?
guy named Sean.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Sean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he left a long time ago. Sean and Tony is the other one I
Uh-huh.
had. And so he goes, What was this? What were your stakes? What's your backstory? And I said, my sister was kidnapped and there was a note left, but I didn't know it was a note. And it got shredded with some other papers. And now I've been notified that they're about to kill her if I don't respond to what they wrote. And I asked them, could they send the note again? And they said no. And so I have to put this together to find out where my fucking sister is before she dies.
Can they send the note again? Yeah. Hi, sir. I know you still have my sister. Real quick, my bad.
Yeah, I
Listen,
refreshed my email. Could you just forward that?
I don't know if you guys are in the middle of something or maybe cutting her head off or whatever, but if you could resend that note, that would be a big help. So that's great, man.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so I like to end on funny rapid questions.
'Kay.
And we'll see what you come up with. When you tried to impress a chick and it went bad? When you tried to impress a chick and it went bad.
I tried to take my now wife out on the first date that I ever took her and her 2 kids out on. She had 2 kids from a previous marriage. And when I went to use my card,
It got
it got declined because I had done too many expenditures down in Orange County where she lived, and I lived in LA. So like Wells Fargo was like, "You don't live down there. This is probably stolen."
Oh no!
And it was a holiday, and I was on hold for like 22 minutes trying to like
Get
clear
your
my card.
Yes,
and
I
meanwhile,
get that
like,
all the time.
Like I bought everybody steaks and chicken marsala. Like it was, the dinner went great, and now all of a sudden it's like, just one more second. I realize you're the hottest chick I'll ever have, so just give me a sec. You know.
Fuck. Damn, dude. Isn't that the worst? When you have to call Wells Fargo, you're like, and then you're with people, you're like, I swear this never happens.
Yeah.
This never happens.
This is so strange.
Okay. Is cereal soup? Why or why not?
Is cereal soup?
Yeah, why or why not?
No.
Okay. There you go.
And I wouldn't even give you why. The fucking answer is no.
Okay, got it. What is the most unsexy?
Look at this.
What? You booked it?
No,
Ring?
it thinks that it's saying everything.
Mine did
I
it
said
too.
cereal, so it thinks I said Siri.
Look at mine's doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just connected to yours. All right.
Penis.
What is the okay? It's 6. What's the most unsexiest thing a girl can do in bed during like a first hookup?
Queef.
Yeah. Who cares?
I don't want you to queef.
You'd still hit it though. What's the weirdest smell you ever smelled?
Queef.
Okay. What's a funny Wi-Fi name?
Queef.
What is something everyone looks stupid doing?
Queefing. Oh no. Is someone ever look stupid doing bowling?
Yeah, you never look. I mean, but do you see the guys how cool they try to look bowling? Like,
But they don't.
The guys that throw it side.
Nope. Look fucking stupid.
Like I saw Glassman bowling, and I was like, no.
That guy makes me laugh, dude. Rick Glassman makes me laugh.
Rick is very, very talented.
I just love silly. I like silly more than anything, and he's fucking silly as shit.
I love the guy. He's great.
He's very smart too.
Oh yeah. What's the most embarrassing thing you've ever worn? You've worn some pretty embarrassing shit.
Oh, fucking Zubaz pants.
Yeah, I've seen you. I think I've seen old pictures of you in some pretty
Zubaz
whacked out
pants
shit.
for sure.
What's the weirdest thing a guest has ever done at your house or you've done at their house?
I had someone come to my house and claim to be a Cubs fan once.
Okay.
Yeah, that was fucking weird.
Yeah,
it's like,
that's-
oh wow,
right.
that's weird because your team's not in first place this year.
I know, but we didn't win the World Series in 2016. But
Yeah,
we do.
we've actually won 11 of them. So anyway,
Fucking guy. I knew he was gonna bring up that shit.
second most World Series of all time, right behind the Yankees.
No
Anyway,
one cares.
Cardinals.
We don't cheat. We actually won the right way. What's the weirdest thing you've done at someone's house? You ever shit in their upper tank? You seem like the kind of guy that would do that.
Weirdest thing I've ever done is I get dared to do like a lot of prank calls, and so like sometimes at a party, I'll like one time I called Governor Schwarzenegger
No, you did not.
as Michael Douglas, and while he was in the office, I got a hold of his landline.
Can you give us just a little piece of that?
Thank you, Michael Douglas here. Me and my wife, Catherine Zeta-Jones.
It's so good.
If you do one more T-Mobile commercial, I'll fucking kill you. My father, Kirk Douglas, just had his 90-second stroke. Thinks I'm a banana right now. Keeps trying to unpeel me and take a bite. Yeah, there you go.
That's great. That's great. What's the worst baby name? This is rapid.
Pierre.
Yeah, I was going to say Pierre. That's pretty bad. Okay, what sport would be the funniest if you added a mandatory amount of alcohol to?
What?
What sport would be the funniest if you added a mandatory amount of alcohol to?
Oh, man. I would say hockey. There's already the fights, so they would get more.
Guys just fucking
Fucking
just violently
falling
killing
down
each
the fucking ice. You want to fucking fight?
I love it. Skyler Stone, thank you for doing this. I appreciate it. Fantastic interview. Where can people find you?
On Instagram at the Skyler Stone, and Skyler is Skyler. I always get asked is it ARER. So at the Skyler Stone with an E. Same thing for Twitter at the Skyler Stone. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Snapchat, but I don't fucking care about it.
I can't focus Snapchat. I'm not that smart enough.
I don't fucking care about it.
Dude,
You can find me on the corner sucking dick too.
Oh yeah, that's 7.
Seven.
7 references. Thank you for doing this, dude. I appreciate it. I hope you get that call back for that rum drink, even though we can't talk about it. Please subscribe, share, listen, tell your friends about My First, Brady Matthews, the first podcast called My First, where we talk about everything first, even though I came up with it, even though someone else is doing it right now. Check us out on the website at comedypopup.la.com. Check us out on Twitter and Instagram at comedypopup. That's been Paul. That's been Skyler. I've been Brady. Thank you so much. I love you. Take care. Goodbye.
Yeah.